to be on the side of a cliff without a rope. Totally untethered, free. Feels pretty freaking next level. Free soloing is the ultimate test of climbing. That's when it's all on the line. And that's the challenge of doing something that hasn't been done before, is how do you know that you're ready?
I've known Alex Honnold for years. He's climbed the biggest walls on the planet without a rope, pushing the limits of what's possible. I was there when he free soloed the 3,000-foot El Capitan in Yosemite Valley, California. This was a climb so futuristic and visionary that not even the top climbers in the world were daring to think about it. How does someone prepare to do the impossible?
I had been dreaming of free soloing El Cap forever. The psychological challenge felt so vast. And if you feel really scared thinking about it, then you're probably not prepared enough. I felt that Morocco would be a perfect practice ground to get one step closer to free soloing El Cap.
Morocco, it's off the map. No one would know about it. This was a place where he could test himself, both physically and mentally, with a massive amount of climbing. And then he wanted to free solo one of the big walls at the end of the trip. He knew that the route that he'd chosen would be one of the greatest big wall free solos in history.
I can't wait to climb all this stuff. I'm so curious if we can actually make these walls feel smaller,
Yeah. There's baby goats halfway up the first pitch. That's really cute.
Tommy was really the only possible partner for the training that I was hoping to do in Morocco.
We always like to climb with somebody who climbs so fast. It's like so amazing.
Tommy is one of the best climbers in the world. When I started climbing, he was already a hero in the climbing world, and I looked up to him my entire life.
I think Alex and I just felt like if we got together and climbed, we could do stuff that we couldn't do on our own. And from there, it evolved into this very close friendship.
They're only gonna bring 5 on the job.
And so knowing that he had this giant objective, my role just became to help him survive, essentially.
Yeah, it was one of the ones that you laughed at all your shenanigans.
Tommy didn't want Alex to free solo, but he knew that Alex was going to go do it anyways. So Tommy decides that the best way that he can support his friend is to train with him.
Doing something that dangerous is really about having full confidence that you will be successful.
Alex wanted to push himself with a huge endurance challenge, a triple link up, to climb 3 of the biggest walls in Tajia with Tommy in one day. It would be the equivalent of running 3 back-to-back marathons at a world record pace.
So what's your guess on time?
22 hours.
22.
I think like 5 a.m. top out, so that means that we'd be doing 21-hour link up. That's my prediction.
All right, let's see who's closest.
Okay, lap, good to go.
These big walls are extraordinarily technical. This is 512, 513 terrain, a rating of difficulty that really only a world-class climber can climb.
I remember sort of not really loving this pitch.
I don't remember this pitch hardly at all.
My finger slipped, but it was a hard move. The hardest move on the route. I knew Alex was going to free solo one of the routes. We were climbing together. Thinking about being up there that high off the ground without a rope, that's a terrifying thought.
There we go.
dude. So fun climbing like that.
Pretty solid. We did 6.5.
It's pretty sick to think that Tommy's about to climb all the way past the shade up there in this first block. Like, look how freaking far that is.
Ooh, skin's a little more tender than the last route.
It's much harder to climb sharp limestone in full sunlight. Your fingers are sweating more, which makes your skin softer, which makes the rock cut your skin more.
We had to climb very delicately. Make sure we grabbed these razor sharp holds and pulled on them as little as possible.
And you're also trying to stand on these tiny little edges, very precise, small movements with your feet. The rubber gets really hot and it basically cooks your feet.
It's just hard to cover these guys because basically they're the fastest guys in the world on this terrain.